Hi, I'm Henry, or Hammerlane Henry as they call me on the CV. This here is my truck. I used to be an over-the-road truck driver, maybe like some of you. To be quite honest, I got tired of being away from home so often and not making the kind of income that I deserved. So one day I decided to buy this truck and start my own trucking business. To be quite honest, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I should have done more research to understand the amount of work and money involved in starting up a company. Hopefully my story will help you not to make the same mistake. To give you an idea of everything I had to go through, here's the short version of what it cost me to start a trucking business. First I had to get the truck. That cost me $10,000 just for the down payment. Then I had to get my interstate authority to operate. That required multiple steps, like joining a drug consortium and then getting a commercial insurance policy. The insurance down payment cost me close to $6,000. Then I had to pay a monthly payment of $1,500. Once I completed all of those steps and paperwork, I was able to get my motor carrier number, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Next I had to register the truck before I could drive it. That meant I had to open a registration and a fuel tax account. The plate cost me almost $1,400. Plus, I have to keep track of every mile I drove in every state, then file 5 reports a year and pay taxes on those miles. My next problem was getting a trailer. It was almost impossible to find a rental company to lease a trailer from. They all said it was because my time in business was not very long. Eventually I found a trailer, but the lease was very expensive, and my insurance cost went up to cover the trailer. Once I got everything in order, I just had to find some customers. I found a lot of freight to move on the load boards, but not a lot of customers were willing to work with me because my company was brand new. Some customers even required 2 years in business before I could move a load for them. I did eventually find some customers, but then I had a new problem. How do I pay for my fuel? For the first month, I spent around $5,000 in fuel, and I still had no income yet. As it turns out, some customers take up to 90 days before they pay. I couldn't wait that long, so I had to join a factoring company. The factoring company got me paid right away, but charged me 5% to do it. That equaled over $1,000 a month. After about 60 days of operation, I was down about $20,000 in startup costs. Then the unexpected happened, and my truck broke down. After the mechanic fixed my truck, the repairs cost me over $15,000. That was all of the money I had saved, and I about went bankrupt. Luckily, I found Shade Tree. Shade Tree Express isn't like a trucking company. Actually, it's not like any other company. For instance, Shade Tree does not have drivers. Its network is only for owner-operators like myself. They also don't have any obligations to move freight for any specific customers. That allows me to work with anyone I want to. The best part is they don't have any hidden or outrageous service charges, like some trucking companies. Their service fee is a flat 15% for the first year, and after that, it goes down to 10%. The only time there is an additional charge is when I ask dispatch to book me a load, but it's only a 5% fee. The president of the company used to be an owner-operator, just like me. He started Shade Tree after experiencing the same struggle I went through. The company is actually structured around owner-operators, not trucking. To be more specific, Shade Tree is an umbrella company that provides services to independent contractors. Their goal is to help owner-operators get in business and stay in business. Shade Tree has operating authority and practically every other service an owner-operator would need to be on the road. They have low-cost insurance, trailer rentals, fuel cards, access to multiple load boards, and a plate program, just to name a few. Almost all of the services they provide are prepaid by Shade Tree, so my cost to start was very minimal. To top it all off, they act as my factoring company without any additional charges. I get a detailed settlement and payout every week. Now that I am part of the network, I just run my truck and they handle everything else. When I first came on board, they booked my loads for a couple weeks, but then they trained me in self-dispatch. Now I can book my own loads. I have the freedom to work when I want and go where I choose. Whenever someone joins the network, we are helping each other. Shade Tree Express uses synergy to grow. Synergy basically means working together for the benefit of all owner-operators. Shade Tree is just the platform that brings network members together to share in the cost of operation. Thanks for listening to my story. Time to hit the road.